You know what the problem is with most people today? They talk too damn much. They plan too much. They think too much. They research too much. They prepare too much. But when it comes to actually doing the work, where are they? Nowhere to be found. Everyone's got a plan. Everyone's got a dream. Everyone's got something they're going to do someday. But someday never comes because people are too busy talking about what they're going to do instead of actually doing it. You want to know the difference between winners and losers? Winners shut their mouths and get to work. Losers never stop talking about what they're planning to do. I'm tired of hearing about your 5-year plan. I'm tired of hearing about your vision board. I'm tired of hearing about all the research you're doing and all the preparation you need before you can start. You know what all that talking is? It's procrastination dressed up as productivity. It's your mind playing tricks on you, making you feel like you're making progress when really you're just standing still. The harsh truth is this: talking about doing something feels almost as good as actually doing it. Your brain gets that little hit of satisfaction from sharing your plans, from getting people excited about your ideas, from painting that picture of your future success. But that satisfaction is a trap. It's stealing the energy you should be putting into actual work. Stop telling people what you're going to do. Stop posting about your goals on social media. Stop having those long conversations about your dreams and your plans. Just shut up and get to work. Because while you're busy running your mouth, someone else is out there doing the work you're only talking about. And they're going to beat you to the finish line every single time. You think successful people got where they are by talking about it? You think they spent years planning and preparing and researching? Hell no. They saw what they wanted, they figured out what needed to be done, and they started doing it. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They didn't wait until they had all the answers. They just started working. The work is where the magic happens. The work is where you learn. The work is where you grow. The work is where you figure out what actually works and what doesn't. All that planning and talking and preparing, it's just theory until you put it into practice. And you can't put it into practice if you never start. But here's the thing about work, real work. It's not glamorous. It's not exciting. It's not the kind of thing that gets likes on Instagram or generates interesting conversation at parties. Real work is boring. It's repetitive. It's grinding. It's showing up every single day and doing the same things over and over again until you get good at them. That's why people avoid it. That's why they prefer to talk about their plans instead of executing them. Because talking is fun, planning feels productive, dreaming feels good. But work is hard. Work is uncomfortable. Work requires you to face your limitations, your fears, your lack of knowledge. Work forces you to confront the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Most people can't handle that reality, so they stay in the comfortable zone of planning and talking and dreaming. They convince themselves that they're making progress because they're thinking about their goals every day. But thinking isn't doing, planning isn't executing, talking isn't working. The people who actually achieve something in this world understand a simple truth. Action beats intention every single time. It doesn't matter how good your plan is if you never execute it. It doesn't matter how passionate you are about your goals if you never work toward them. It doesn't matter how much you talk about what you're going to do if you never actually do it. Work is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter what advantages or disadvantages you had growing up. It doesn't matter how smart you are or how talented you are. What matters is how much work you're willing to put in, because work is what transforms dreams into reality. Work is what turns ideas into results. Work is what separates the winners from the wannabes. But here's what nobody wants to tell you about work. It's going to be messy. It's going to be imperfect. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail. You're going to realize that your original plan was wrong, and that's exactly why you need to start working instead of just talking. When you're only planning and talking, everything seems perfect. Your plan is flawless. Your strategy is bulletproof. Your timeline is realistic. But the moment you start working, reality hits you in the face. You realize that things take longer than you thought. You discover problems you never considered. You find out that some of your assumptions were completely wrong. And that's when most people quit. That's when they go back to the drawing board. That's when they decide they need to do more research, make a better plan, prepare more thoroughly. But that's exactly the wrong response. The right response is to keep working. The right response is to adapt as you go. The right response is to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. Because here's the secret that successful people know. You don't figure it out by thinking about it. You figure it out by doing it. You don't learn by studying. You learn by working. You don't get better by planning. You get better by practicing. Every minute you spend talking about your goals is a minute you're not working toward them. Every hour you spend planning is an hour you're not executing. Every day you spend preparing is a day you're not making progress. And while you're busy talking and planning and preparing, time is passing. Opportunities are disappearing. Other people are getting ahead of you. Time doesn't care about your plans. Time doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Time keeps moving whether you're working or just talking about working. And the people who understand this, the people who value their time, they don't waste it on endless discussions about what they're going to do. They just do it. Look around you. Look at the people who are actually successful in whatever field you're interested in. Are they the ones who talk the most about their plans? Are they the ones who are always sharing their strategies and their goals? Or are they the ones who keep their heads down and just keep working? I'll tell you what I see. I see people who are too busy working to spend much time talking about it. I see people who let their results speak for themselves. I see people who understand that every moment spent explaining what they're doing is a moment not spent actually doing it. The work speaks for itself. Results speak for themselves. Progress speaks for itself. Everything else is just noise. Everything else is just distraction. Everything else is just an excuse to avoid doing the hard work that actually matters. You want to know why most people fail? Because they mistake motion for progress. They mistake activity for achievement. They mistake planning for execution. They think that because they're busy thinking about their goals, they're making progress toward them. But thinking isn't progress. Talking isn't progress. Planning isn't progress. Only work is progress. And work is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. You identify what needs to be done, and you do it. You don't overthink it. You don't overanalyze it. You don't spend weeks planning the perfect approach. You just start working, and you figure it out as you go. That's how everything great gets built. That's how every successful business gets started. That's how every skill gets developed. That's how every goal gets achieved. Through work. Through consistent, daily, unglamorous work. But people don't want to hear that. People want to believe there's a secret formula. They want to believe there's a perfect plan that will guarantee success. They want to believe that if they just think about it long enough, prepare thoroughly enough, research extensively enough, they'll be able to avoid the messy, difficult, uncertain process of actually doing the work. But there is no secret formula. There is no perfect plan. There is no amount of preparation that will eliminate the uncertainty and difficulty of working toward your goals. The only way through is through. The only way to get good at something is to do it badly at first and then keep doing it until you get better. And that's scary for most people. They don't want to do something badly. They don't want to make mistakes. They don't want to look foolish or incompetent. So they stay in the safe zone of planning and talking, where everything is theoretical and nothing is at risk. But staying safe gets you nowhere. Avoiding mistakes teaches you nothing. Refusing to look foolish keeps you foolish forever. The only way to grow is to step out of your comfort zone and start working, even when you don't feel ready, even when you don't know what you're doing, even when you're afraid of failing. Because failure is part of the process, mistakes are part of the learning, looking foolish is part of the journey from incompetence to competence. You can't skip these steps by planning more or talking more or preparing more. You have to go through them by working. The people who achieve great things aren't the ones who avoid failure. They're the ones who fail fast and learn quickly. They're the ones who make mistakes and adjust course. They're the ones who look foolish in the beginning because they're willing to start before they're ready. And while they're busy failing and learning and improving through their work, the planners and talkers are still sitting on the sidelines, convinced that they need just a little more time to prepare, just a little more research to do, just a little more planning to complete before they can start. But that day never comes. There's always more to plan. There's always more to research. There's always more to prepare. The planning phase can last forever if you let it. And some people do let it. They spend their entire lives planning to start living instead of actually living. Don't be one of those people. Don't spend your life in the preparation phase. Don't waste your potential on endless planning and talking. The world doesn't need another person with great ideas and detailed plans. The world needs people who can execute. The world needs people who can take an idea and turn it into reality through work. Work is the bridge between dreams and achievement. Work is what transforms potential into results. Work is what separates the people who achieve their goals from the people who just talk about them. And if you want to be in that first group, you need to stop talking and start working. Right now, today, this moment, whatever you've been planning to do, whatever you've been talking about doing, whatever you've been preparing to do, start doing it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be complete. It doesn't have to be exactly what you envision in your final plan. It just has to be work. Take one small step, do one small thing, make one small bit of progress, and then do it again tomorrow. And the day after that, and the day after that. Because that's how everything worthwhile gets built. One day of work at a time, one step at a time, one small action at a time. The compound effect of consistent work is incredibly powerful. Each day's work might seem insignificant by itself, but when you string together hundreds of days of work, when you accumulate months and years of consistent effort, the results can be extraordinary. But it all starts with shutting up and doing the work. But staying safe gets you nowhere. Avoiding mistakes teaches you nothing. Refusing to look foolish keeps you foolish forever. The only way to grow is to step out of your comfort zone and start working, even when you don't feel ready, even when you don't know what you're doing, even when you're afraid of failing. Because failure is part of the process, mistakes are part of the learning, looking foolish is part of the journey from incompetence to competence. You can't skip these steps by planning more or talking more or preparing more. You have to go through them by working. The people who achieve great things aren't the ones who avoid failure. They're the ones who fail fast and learn quickly. They're the ones who make mistakes and adjust course. They're the ones who look foolish in the beginning because they're willing to start before they're ready. And while they're busy failing and learning and improving through their work, the planners and talkers are still sitting on the sidelines, convinced that they need just a little more time to prepare, just a little more research to do, just a little more planning to complete before they can start. But that day never comes. There's always more to plan. There's always more to research. There's always more to prepare. The planning phase can last forever if you let it. And some people do let it. They spend their entire lives planning to start living instead of actually living. Don't be one of those people. Don't spend your life in the preparation phase. Don't waste your potential on endless planning and talking. The world doesn't need another person with great ideas and detailed plans. The world needs people who can execute. The world needs people who can take an idea and turn it into reality through work. Work is the bridge between dreams and achievement. Work is what transforms potential into results. Work is what separates the people who achieve their goals from the people who just talk about them. And if you want to be in that first group, you need to stop talking and start working. Right now, today, this moment, whatever you've been planning to do, whatever you've been talking about doing, whatever you've been preparing to do, start doing it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be complete. It doesn't have to be exactly what you envision in your final plan. It just has to be work. Take one small step, do one small thing, make one small bit of progress, and then do it again tomorrow. And the day after that, and the day after that. Because that's how everything worthwhile gets built. One day of work at a time, one step at a time, one small action at a time. The compound effect of consistent work is incredibly powerful. Each day's work might seem insignificant by itself, but when you string together hundreds of days of work, when you accumulate months and years of consistent effort, the results can be extraordinary. But it all starts with shutting up and doing the work. Stop making excuses. Stop looking for the perfect plan. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop talking about what you're going to do and start doing it, because the right moment is now. The perfect plan is the one you execute, and the only excuse that matters is the one you give yourself for not starting. The clock is ticking. Every day you spend planning is a day you're not progressing. Every conversation about your goals is time you could have spent working toward them. Every moment you spend preparing is a moment you're not achieving. And while you're busy getting ready to get ready, life is passing you by. Other people are working. Other people are making progress. Other people are achieving their goals while you're still talking about yours. And if you don't want to be left behind, if you don't want to spend your life wondering what could have been, you need to stop talking and start working. Work is the answer to every question you have about how to achieve your goals. Don't know how to get started? Start working and you'll figure it out. Don't know if your plan will work? Start working and you'll find out. Don't know if you have what it takes? Start working and you'll develop what it takes. Work teaches you everything you need to know. Work reveals what's important and what's not. Work shows you what works and what doesn't. Work builds your skills, your confidence, your resilience, your character. Work is the best teacher you'll ever have. But it can't teach you anything if you never start. The people who talk the most about their goals are usually the ones who achieve the least. The people who plan the most are often the ones who execute the least. The people who prepare the most are frequently the ones who progress the least. Because they're so busy talking and planning and preparing that they never get around to actually working. Don't be one of those people. Be the person who works more than they talk. Be the person who executes more than they plan. Be the person who progresses more than they prepare. Be the person who lets their work speak for itself. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares about your plans. Nobody cares about your strategies. Nobody cares about how much research you've done or how thoroughly you've prepared. People care about results. People care about what you've actually accomplished. People care about the work you've done and the value you've created. And you can't create value by talking. You can't accomplish goals by planning. You can't build anything significant by preparing. You can only do those things through work, through consistent, focused, determined work. So shut the hell up and do the work. Stop telling people what you're going to do and start showing them what you've done. Stop planning your life and start living it. Stop preparing for success and start working toward it. The work is waiting for you. It's been waiting for you while you've been talking and planning and preparing. And it will keep waiting for you as long as you let it. But every day you make it wait is a day you don't progress. Every day you avoid it is a day you stay where you are instead of moving toward where you want to be. You have a choice to make. You can keep talking about your goals, or you can start working toward them. You can keep planning your future, or you can start building it. You can keep preparing for success, or you can start creating it. But you can't do both. You have to choose between talking and working, between planning and executing, between preparing and progressing. Choose work. Choose execution. Choose progress. Because that's the only choice that leads to the life you want. That's the only choice that turns dreams into reality. That's the only choice that transforms potential into achievement. The world is full of talkers. The world is full of planners. The world is full of people who are always getting ready to start. But the world is short on workers. The world is short on people who execute. The world is short on people who shut up and do what needs to be done. Be one of those people. Be a worker. Be an executor. Be someone who gets things done instead of just talking about getting things done. Because that's how you win in life. That's how you achieve your goals. That's how you build the future you want. Not by talking about it, not by planning for it, not by preparing for it, but by working for it. Day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, until you've built something real, until you've achieved something meaningful, until you've created something that matters. And when you've done that, when you've put in the work and achieved your goals, you'll look back and realize that all the talking and planning and preparing you used to do was just a waste of time. You'll realize that you could have started working years earlier. You'll realize that you spent too much time thinking about what you were going to do and not enough time actually doing it. Don't let that be your story. Don't spend years talking about what you're going to accomplish. Don't waste your life planning for a future that you never worked to create. Don't let preparation become procrastination and planning become paralysis. Start working today. Start working right now. Take whatever goal you've been talking about, whatever plan you've been developing, whatever dream you've been nurturing, and start working toward it. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready, now. Because ready is a myth. Perfect timing is a lie. The right moment is always right now. And the only way to get where you want to go is to start walking. The only way to build what you want to build is to start building. The only way to achieve what you want to achieve is to start working. So stop talking and start working. Stop planning and start executing. Stop preparing and start progressing. Because your life is waiting for you to stop talking about it and start living it. Your goals are waiting for you to stop planning for them and start working toward them. Your dreams are waiting for you to stop thinking about them and start building them. The work is there. The opportunity is there. The potential is there. The only question is whether you're going to keep talking about it or finally start doing something about it. The choice is yours, but choose quickly, because time is passing and life is short, and every moment you spend talking is a moment you're not working. Shut the hell up and do the work. That's the answer to every question you have about how to achieve your goals. That's the solution to every problem you have about making progress. That's the key to every door you want to open. Work. Nothing else matters. Everything else is just noise. So tune out the noise and focus on the work. Stop listening to the voice in your head that wants to plan and prepare and research some more. Start listening to the voice that knows what needs to be done and wants to do it. Stop feeding your need to talk about your goals and start feeding your need to achieve them. Work is the only thing that matters. Work is the only thing that counts. Work is the only thing that creates results. Everything else is just a distraction from the work that needs to be done. So eliminate the distractions and focus on the work. Your future self is counting on you to stop talking and start working. Your goals are counting on you to stop planning and start executing. Your dreams are counting on you to stop thinking and start doing. Don't let them down. Don't let yourself down. Do the work. Because at the end of your life, you won't be remembered for what you planned to do. You won't be remembered for what you talked about doing. You won't be remembered for how thoroughly you prepared. You'll be remembered for what you actually did, for the work you put in, for the goals you achieved, for the dreams you made real. Make your life worth remembering. Make your time on this earth count for something. Make your potential into reality. But you can only do that through work, through consistent, focused, determined work. So shut the hell up and get to it. The work is calling your name. It's been calling your name while you've been making excuses and having conversations and developing plans. And it's getting tired of waiting. It's getting tired of being ignored while you do everything except what actually matters. Answer the call. Stop ignoring what you know you need to do. Stop avoiding the work that will get you where you want to go. Stop choosing the easy path of talking and planning over the harder path of executing and progressing. Choose the work, choose the effort, choose the grind. Choose the daily commitment to making progress instead of just talking about making progress. Choose results over conversations. Choose achievement over planning. Choose work over everything else. Because work is everything. Work is what transforms dreams into reality. Work is what turns ideas into results. Work is what makes the impossible possible. And if you want to achieve anything significant in your life, you need to prioritize work above all else. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, not when you have the perfect plan. Right now, this moment, today. Start working, and don't stop until you've achieved what you set out to achieve. Don't let anything distract you from the work. Don't let anyone convince you that you need to plan more, or prepare more, or research more. You need to work more. That's the only thing you need more of. More work, more effort, more execution, more progress, more results, less talking, less planning, less preparing, less everything that isn't actually moving you forward. The path to success is simple. Shut the hell up and do the work. Everything else is just noise. Everything else is just an excuse to avoid doing what you know you need to do. So stop making excuses and start making progress. Stop talking about your goals and start working toward them. Your life is waiting for you to stop talking about it and start living it. Your potential is waiting for you to stop thinking about it and start realizing it. Your dreams are waiting for you to stop planning for them and start building them. And they're all waiting for the same thing, for you to shut the hell up and do the work. So do it. Right now, today. Start working and don't stop until you've achieved everything you've ever dreamed of achieving. Because that's the only way dreams come true. Not through talking or planning or preparing, but through work. Hard, consistent, focused work. The work is everything. The work is all that matters. The work is the answer to every question you have about how to succeed. So stop asking questions and start working. Stop looking for answers and start creating results. Stop thinking about what you're going to do and start doing it. Shut the hell up and do the work. That's your mission. That's your purpose. That's your path to everything you've ever wanted. Nothing else matters. Everything else is just a distraction. Focus on the work and let everything else fade into the background. Your future depends on it. Your success depends on it. Your happiness depends on it. Your entire life depends on your willingness to stop talking and start working. So make the choice. Choose work over talk. Choose execution over planning. Choose progress over preparation. Choose to shut the hell up and do the work, because that's the only choice that leads to the life you want. That's the only choice that creates the results you're looking for. That's the only choice that matters. Everything else is just noise. Tune it out and focus on the work. Your life is waiting for you to stop talking about it and start building it. So get to work. Right now. Today. This moment. And don't stop until you've created the life you've always dreamed of living.